Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have another pregnancy update video, and today I'm going to share with you guys all of my pregnancy favorites. I am currently 23 weeks pregnant, so I'm almost at my third trimester, you guys. Where does time go? So then the second half of the video, I'm going to share with you guys like what's been going on, any updates that I have to share with you guys. Basically downloaded this app the moment I found out I was pregnant, and I like it because it gives you something to read every single day, and it also kind of keeps track of like how big your baby is. So right now it says my baby is the size of a large mango. And then the second app I've been using is called Baby Story, and it's basically, that's what it looks like. Basically a photo editing app that you can go in there, and it has all kinds of like really cute little stickers that you can put on your picture to keep track of your baby bump, or like I guess of your baby as well once the baby's born. I actually wasn't even planning on tracking my baby bump, but my mom was like, do it, you're gonna regret it. And she was telling me that she wishes she had, you know, the technology back then, like cell phones and stuff to track her belly. She doesn't have very many pictures of her belly bump. So I'm doing it for her, and I'm sure I'll be glad that I did it later on. So I started tracking my belly bump in like at 18 weeks, because that's when I really started to show. Before that, it was just like me being bloated. Honestly, like I would say right around 8-week mark is when I just started feeling super bloated. My belly didn't actually pop like to the point where I couldn't suck it in anymore until I was about 18 weeks. Before that, it was just like nothing but bloat. So I was at that awkward stage where I just looked like I gained a lot of weight, not really like pregnant. So I felt so awkward, you know? These are the ones that I take. These are the Vitamin Code Raw Prenatal, and I got these off of Amazon. They had the best review on there. I don't get any like sort of weird side effect with them. You do have to take 3 a day. It says 1 capsule 3 times a day, which, by the way, make sure you guys read your dosage on all your medication, because I was taking the wrong dose the first week or two. I was only taking 2 of these a day and then 1 of these a day, which these are my DHA prenatal vitamins. I take these in conjunction with this. Most prenatal vitamins have both of these in them, but these don't have DHA, so that's why I have to take them separately. But yeah, I got both of them from Amazon. The sun keeps going up and down, so I'm sorry about that. For body butters, I've been using, I just started using this one, but I had actually ordered, I just finished this one up, the Mama Body Butter, and I got it on Amazon. That one was $25, and I went through it so fast, you guys. And this one is only like $9, both off of Amazon. And while I did like the consistency of the Mama Butter a little bit better, I felt like it was a lot easier to melt, because these are like actual, like it almost looks like a wax. So you have to like kind of scoop it out and then let it melt in your hand. And then once it melts into like a kind of like an oil, you know. I use this in the mornings, and then at night I go in with an oil, just because I don't want to ruin my clothes. And this is the oil that I've been using. This is by Bio Oil. As you can see, I'm almost done. I already ordered a new one. I got the giant tub of it. I really love this oil. This one I also even bring up into my neck and my face, because it's also known to treat uneven skin tone. So I didn't start using this oil until my second trimester, because I really didn't need it. So a lot of you guys also wanted to know about my skincare. The 2 things that I have basically changed up, I don't use anything with retinoids and retinol anymore, which I love. Like my Luna oil that I had just bought, I had to stop using it because it did have retinol or retinoids, one of the 2. Other than that, really, I still use a toner, I still use a face wash, I use a hydrating cream. I also need to tell you guys about these face masks. I actually discovered these in one of my FatFitFun boxes from like last year, and I finished it up, so I ordered a brand new pack from Sephora. And these face masks, what it looks like. The little pack comes with 4 of these. I love this specifically because you don't have to rinse it off. Once you're done wearing the sheet mask, you can just rub the serum in and then go in with your moisturizer and all of that. The only thing I will tell you guys is you must exfoliate your skin, especially if you are like me and your skin is getting very flaky. You have to get rid of all that dead skin before you go in with something like this, or you're not going to see any results, and you're going to be frustrated and you're going to think it doesn't work. Next favorite is my baby Doppler, and I showed this to you guys in my last video where I did the gender reveal. We didn't go to our first doctor's appointment until we were about 18 weeks. And the reason we did that is because the doctor that we wanted wasn't available until then, and we were just willing to wait. So I bought this off of Amazon. and we were able to find the baby's heartbeat at around like 12 weeks. So this is another one of my favorite things, and I kind of want to keep this even after I'm not pregnant anymore because I love it so much. But it's like one of those sea pillows. I did get the pillow early so I could train myself to start sleeping on my side. I still use my pillow, my regular pillow on my head because I have my silk pillow on it, and then the bottom of it, I tuck that in between my legs, and then I have the straight part supporting my back, and then I have a separate pillow that I hug. So that's how I sleep, and it's so comfortable. I have 2 clothing essentials. My first one, I can't show you guys right now. I'll see if I can insert a clip, but I'm wearing them. They were super inexpensive. They're comfortable. They look good. Even if you're in your first trimester, go get you some pregnancy leggings. Trust me, you will wear them even before you start showing, and they're just so comfortable. Somebody recommended wearing tennis shoes during your pregnancy. But the reason they recommended tennis shoes is so that your feet don't expand or don't grow, because I have heard from so many people that after their pregnancy they didn't fit into their shoes anymore. And so tennis shoes will help you keep your feet compressed, and they also help with the swelling so your feet don't swell as much, and it prevents them from like expanding throughout time. I don't really have any food aversions anymore, thank goodness. It's true what they say, your second trimester is the sweet spot. Although I didn't actually start feeling like myself again until I was about 18 or 19 weeks is when all of the food aversions, the nausea, all of that went away, and I was able to start eating regular food. And I get hungry a lot, you guys. Like, I get so frustrated because like my stomach is so tight that I don't want to put more food in it, but I'm like hungry, you know? So my go-to snack, especially at night, my husband has been making my midnight snacks, and he makes me Honeycrisp apples with some sort of cheese, and he cuts it up for me all cute, and it's so sweet. And I find that to be really filling. And the doctor actually recommended that I eat some sort of like cheese at night because the baby was very, very restless at nighttime. And we think it's because, you know, some of the foods I was eating maybe had too much sugar in them, or they were just keeping the baby up. I've been eating a lot of bananas and a lot of apples. So like our fridge is always stocked with those 2 things. Also waffles, like in the morning I want waffles, I don't know why. There's this brand, I think it's called Vans. They have it over at Whole Foods, and it's like a cinnamon apple waffle, and it's gluten-free. I don't even buy it because it's gluten-free. It just tastes so good. You guys need to try it. So I'll put that in the toaster with some maple syrup, my banana, and that's pretty much like what I eat every morning. And then I just try to eat like, you know, a lot of vegetables throughout the day. I know a lot of you guys wanted to know like when I started to feel the baby move. And I really started to feel him move was right at 22 weeks. And I was actually a little freaked out. So I called the doctor. I didn't know that it was the baby moving. I honestly thought that like I was having contractions or like bladder spasms or something. It almost felt like my bladder was twitching. I don't even know how else to explain it. It was so weird. It actually kept me up all night. I couldn't sleep because it just kept like hitting my bladder. And I requested a sonogram because I wanted to make sure, it's like, okay, so if it is a baby, I want to make sure that he's not under distress. And it turns out that the baby is just very, very active, and he's just an active baby, and my placenta is behind the baby, so I don't have anything in between the baby and me to kind of absorb those shocks. So that's why I feel everything so strongly. I was just so relieved that he was okay, but oh my gosh, like he kicks my bladder so much. Like he's kicking me right now. Okay, so I'm just kind of going through your questions, make sure I don't miss anything. But somebody asked about stretching pains, like if I feel my uterus stretching. I did. It was like between the 19 and 20 week mark. Have you guys ever been running when you're really out of shape and you start to feel like that sharp pain on your sides? It kind of feels like that, but lower in your stomach. So it's not anything you can't tolerate. And for me, the stretching pain only lasted like a week, if that, maybe less than a week. A lot of people wanted to know how I found out I was pregnant, and I did talk about that in my last video, so I'll leave that video linked down below. I talked about a lot of things in that video. I think I shared with you guys how we found out we were pregnant, also my first trimester recap, like nausea symptoms, things like that. So I'll leave that video link down below. Someone asked if I'm gonna do a gender reveal party. I also did another video sharing with you guys our gender reveal, and we didn't do a party, but we did have our family over. So if you guys wanna watch that, I'll leave that video. I'll leave both of those videos linked down below for you guys. What's the most amazing and the most annoying thing in your pregnancy? For me, it was when I came to the realization, like, holy cow, there is a living baby inside of me. Like my body is actually growing a little baby. That it truly is something that you just don't really fully grasp until you go through it, because obviously we know where babies come from. But when you actually have one growing inside of you, it's just like you just, it just gives life a completely different meaning. I don't know, that sounds really dramatic, but the most annoying is definitely the discomfort. At night, it is a lot more difficult to like get comfortable, and now that I'm getting a lot bigger, I feel like I'm out of breath all the time, you guys. Like, you guys thought I was out of breath before. My belly is literally at the point where I'm like, how is it even like physically possible to grow anymore? Because I'm so tight. Like, my stomach is so tight. I just can't imagine getting any bigger than I am. Which brings me into another question that I saw, which is, am I afraid of labor? I am terrified of labor. Like, I've been trying to watch like videos, like labor story videos, which I'm not sure is the best thing because some of them are like really scary. Not only am I terrified of the actual labor part, but I'm also terrified. I do want to do an epidural. So I'm terrified of that because I'm scared of needles. I just had to go get my blood drawn today, and I was so scared. I always request a butterfly needle because it's like that really baby tiny needle, and in my brain it hurts less. I don't know if that's true, but even with that tiny needle, I'm like I feel like I'm about to hyperventilate, and from what I hear, an epidural is like super big. I definitely want to try to have the baby all natural. We're actually getting ready to see a specialist because my platelets have been dropping, which you guys probably know. I shared it in a different video about my chronic ITP. So it has been flaring up now that I'm pregnant. My platelets have been substantially dropping, so I am going to go see a specialist for that. And hopefully I've been, there's little things that I can do to help increase my platelets, but it doesn't always work. So some little things that I like to do is increase my iron intake with red meats and, you know, lots of green vegetables. So I've been drinking green smoothies. So hopefully when I go back, my platelets have gone back up. That's going to impact whether I can have a natural labor or if I have to go in for a C-section. If my platelets get too low, I won't be able to get an epidural, which I'm like, worst case scenario, if my platelets drop really low, by the time I'm ready to give birth to the baby, I will need blood transfusion, but luckily my mom lives nearby, so she's available for that. But other than that, I haven't had any other complications other than that little scare with the whole bladder thing. A lot of you guys wanted to know about the nursery, and we are actually converting my makeup room into the nursery, and the closet, we're actually redoing the entire closet of that room, which it's a really big closet. I'm sure you guys have seen it in my past closet tours, but we're converting that into my makeup station. So all, like my vanity, all of that is going to be a built-in. So we actually had the contractor come yesterday, and he took measurements and everything, and I told him what I wanted, and I'm really excited. What do you do to unwind, relax during pregnancy at the end of the day? So I have my husband to thank for this, but he's been super sweet, and he's been giving me like lower back massages. My lower back is just so tight. It's just crazy. Like my hips, I feel like my hip is like loose, like it's loosening up, which is so weird to think about. Like I get up and I feel my hip popping, and it's just so bizarre. But he gives me lower back massages, and those are like the best ever. A lot of you guys wanted to know if I'm going to be posting pictures of the baby. Honestly, I think I'm gonna cross that bridge when we get there, because I feel like I might show the baby when he's still like a baby, but once he starts like talking and all of that, I feel like I would want to wait until he's old enough to like decide whether he wants to be on the internet or not. I don't feel like that's my choice to make, but I don't know, who knows, I might change my mind. I'll do another updated video when I'm in my 3rd trimester, let you know how my platelets are coming along. I should be seeing the specialist in a few days and see what he recommends we do. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. If you like the video, if you're liking these little updates, make sure you give the video a thumbs up so I know, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.